All right, hello internet. EA, or I'm sorry, yeah, E3 2015, get reactions, EA. Start off with Mass Effect Andromeda. It says holiday 2016. I, however, think it'll be getting delayed because last time it was a holiday release. It got delayed until next year, so they said 2016 at the earliest. So I'm hoping they're gonna take their time, sweet time. 2017 Q1, I'm ready. My body's ready. I'm just like whatever, dude. Like that's all I need to see. All I need to see. I'm good. I'm good. Like Destiny will be my nice little appetizer stopgap until I can play Mass Effect. I'm good because yeah.
What exactly were we seeing in that trailer?
Galaxy map, planets, and some combat at the end. I need to watch it again because I only saw it that one time. But yeah.
Do you think any of that was in game?
Character.
No, it was all CG.
No, that's all CG.
It was all CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very exciting. That was so short, so brief.
The thing about EA is like theirs was good. It's just the pacing every year is terrible because they don't do all the sports games like at once. It's like every other game will turn into a sports game, and it's just like, and it just drags on after that.
Oh my
it's just
God,
like, dude.
man.
Wait, did they do that? I thought it was just like Madden
No.
to get
No, Travis.
Oh,
See, they started with like the hockey, and then they went to like something else, and then or like the hockey and like the golf game, and then they like went to something else, and they came back, and it's like, oh, live, Minions game, FIFA, oh, Mirror's Edge, oh, Madden. It's like they didn't just do them all in a row. It's just like they just do them all in a row next time, EA. Jesus, because
maybe EA Sports should have its own press conference.
I've always been saying that, but they never do.
I was dozing the fuck off, like. Like that Paley segment. I'm no offense to the guy because he's awesome, Polo Blair, but oh my god.
Yeah.
I was like, why does this exist on this stage?
Well, it's crazy because that's right. Like Minions was right before that. Yeah. And I was sitting there thinking, it's like they're trying to sell us on mobile, like right this instant. And so I'm just gonna tune out for now. It's like, oh, see, there's the premium currency up in the corner of Minions. So yeah, not listening here. And then, then it went to FIFA. I was like, well, we're Americans, so we don't care about this either.
Forever. I was like, dude, mobile. I wanted to put such a snarky tweet. I was like, maybe there's something cool here. There wasn't, but I was like, I'm not going to crap on these landfill games or whatever. EA makes money off of them, so they're going to, you can just put a finger and be like, oh, take it.
They're paying for your Mass Effect.
200,000 years worth of game time or whatever. Oh. But after the Mass Effect thingy, there was Need for Speed, which is coming this year, so I'm pumped for that. I'm putting my pre-order down because, I mean, the camera when it like does that thing when you're drifting, and like whatever, maybe you can toggle it off, but it looks amazing. So I like the way it's headed. Cause it's like it's customization and like we've been talking about not Need for Speed, but Fast and the Furious, the game.
Yeah.
The game.
It's like the everything Need for Speed.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I think what they were trying to show was that the game looks like real life, basically. At least, non-human parts of it, because the cutscene that they showed was actually filmed live-action cutscene, and then it went seamlessly into customizing the car, and that was in-game engine. It's like, holy cow, that looks so good! And obviously the roads were rain-slicked, and it was night, and there were light sources everywhere.
Yep, and the headlines of the incoming cars, the bloom, is just like, oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
Very good-looking game. I'm excited for that one, actually.
I thought it was cool, like, when the dude was like, we took the best parts of, like, all our games, like Underground, Most Wanted, Carbon, whatever, all the other ones. So, yeah.
That was really cool.
It's like the GTA 5 of Need for Speed games.
What was next?
Next was Star Wars The Old Republic, Knights of the Fallen Empire, October 27, 2015. That CG trailer was amazing. I want to see the full thing, so there's like a link. It's like, oh, this is the full thing. I was like, what? There's not even the full thing, so I gotta watch that, because I was like, I just thought that was a cool concept of like twins, and like, one was light, and one was dark, and one falls to the dark side. And it's like, oh, it got so good, and it's like, it ends on like a, total cliffhanger. It's like, oh, that's great. I was great. I was pumped. I was like, I'm gonna make me an account right now and play for free, because it's free to play, so technically we playing some Star Wars: The Old Republic, 2015 through. Oh wait, that comes out this year. Crap. I gotta catch up. Dang it. I gotta use the level cap and like be ready for the. They said the expansion is free, so I was like, okay, cool. I don't have to pay anything. Awesome.
Yeah, like everything is free. The game is free to play.
I just gotta grind up to the level cap.
Yeah, their CG stuff always looks really cool, and it was very dramatic. Wow.
That Twi'lek Sith Lord was
Yeah.
amazing looking. I was like, wow. I haven't seen a Twi'lek Sith Lord before that. I guess I have, actually, in that one game. Well, I don't know if she's a Sith Lord, but she's like a total not good person. But yeah, that's cool. Character design. Just epic battles and stuff. It's great. It's great. Whew. And then Unravel. That game was cool. I saw that and I was like, man, this is kind of like Yoshi's Woolly World, but like times 1,000. And like different platforming thingies, because he could like swing his own yarn to, like, he like would jump and like use it as like a grappling hook or thingy and like grab on, like pull himself. I'm totally buying this game as well. Like, I actually saw stuff in here. I was like, ooh, I want to play this game or like buy this game. Like this one was like awesome because it just like it felt like something out of a Miyazaki film. Of like when you're talking about it, it's like how your yarn is your story through life and all the adventures you go on and from blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, well, this is all nice and heartfelt. It's making me feel emotional and stuff. And then yeah, like the game was all pretty and amazing looking and like fun. I was like, man, I got to play this game. So you know, good job, EA.
Was that their only sort of surprise new IP besides Minions, which I guess is not a new IP? That was their only new one, right? That we didn't know about.
Unless they would have not shown Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 at Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
That was a funny presentation actually, because they had the guy come out in like the Top Gun music, like the superhero zombie. And then like they showed the gameplay. That was great. It was like from the zombies' perspective. It just seems so like whimsical and fanciful. I put that in my tweet. It's like, man, this game must have been really fun to make. Like they just have a bunch of like zombies making like weird noises and like speech bubbles. They don't even like talk. They just make noises. Like and then like they make words and like it can be whatever it is. It's so crazy. It's like this must have been a very fun game to work on. This team must have had very fun working on this. And all the characters are very silly looking. Like a mech zombie, like a zombie in a mech. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Plants for Zombies, just go with it. And then, like, you know, before the self-destruct thing blows up, get out of the thing. Get out of there. That's great. That's kind of weird. Like, you're playing the Zombies versus Plants now, so that's neat. And they said you could, like, import your games, your characters from the previous game or something. Yeah. Almost all of them.
All, like, characters and unlocks that you got.
And there are also going to be free content updates after launch for a long time after the game comes out, and it's coming out spring 2015 or 2016. So yeah, another next year game. And then we went into EA Sports Land.
So the only one I paid attention to was Live. That seemed kind of cool, where they had the face scan thing with the smartphone.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then, you know, the other enhancement stuff, I mean, every year there's some sort of small enhancements to the game, but they talked about how the movement system is all physics-based now, which kind of reminds me of what they did with Madden a few years ago. And so you're not, in theory, you're not locked into sort of like pre-canned animations, and so theoretically you have better control of your characters. There's like new passing stuff, new shooting stuff, new pick and roll controls. And I was like, well, maybe. I mean, this franchise was kind of a disaster a little while ago, and this did not look like a disaster. But you know, I also thought Elite seemed okay when I played that demo back in the day, so I might not be the best judge.
I thought it was kind of weird though. Like I remember, I just thought of like how like when like you first see a next gen sports game or whatever, and how people are like, oh, it looks really script blah blah blah, and it's like the first one or like the second year one that we've gotten or whatever year it is. And I was like looking at it because I'm thinking to myself, am I still impressed with how this game looks? And I was like, I guess so, whatever. It still looks decent, whatever. It looks like a sports game. I can't really tell because I don't play them. I guess that's probably what it is. But I'm like, it's like if I was someone that didn't play games, I'd look at this and be like, oh man, it looks so amazing. But the textures are really good, so like all the tattoos and stuff and the faces. So yeah,
did you see the dig at 2K? It's like, we have a lot reliable and stable online.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Zing. Then I was like, man, why can't they put like the face scanning technology into a Bioware game that way I could like scan my face on all my shepherds or other main characters in Bioware games? That'd be like the perfect thing for me. Like, come on, NBA Live team, share with your Bioware. You're the same publisher.
Yeah, that would
share your
be cool.
technology. I totally tweeted that out. Dude.
Rather than use their shitty editor.
And then, NHL 16 and was before that. There's something about some EA Sports Hockey League. I didn't put the specifics. I just typed it out because it was like talking about it. And then, okay, I'm confused on the golf game. Is it called Rory McIlroy Golf or PGA Tour 16? Because he said Rory
PGA.
McIlroy Golf, and I was like, so confused.
It's like Tiger Woods, except Rory McIlroy, PGA Tour Golf, whatever.
Like, yeah.
Although,
then,
there was a really neat part of that, is that instead of just realistic-looking golf courses now, they have the crazy fantasy ones. I want to see those.
And then, after NBA Live was Minions Paradise mobile section, and Phil, who likes to F everything up all the time. Thanks, Phil. And then 15-16, we had some story time with Pele. At that point, I was like, I can't take it anymore. I got to be about this. Wrap it up, B. Come on, dude. So at first, I thought they're just gonna like gloss over all their sports stuff because like NHL 16, it was like on there for like they're on there for like maybe like a minute for like the hockey and like the golf, and they went to live and it was like there for a while, and it was on Dominions. I was like, oh yeah, they just breezed right over it, and then they brought. Or then the people were there for like a while, and I was like, nope, not happening because we're still in sports land. So yeah, not so much. But then after they were done, Mirror's Catalyst and release date, so February 23rd, 2016. I thought it was weird though because like the trailer they showed didn't seem as, I don't know, like the last one was like more action packed. This one was more there's stuff, but it's not as.
It seems slower paced
Yeah.
than the original Mirror's Edge.
And there's like, I thought that was cool that it's like an open world where like
No
no
load
stages
time.
or whatever. You're just like there
No
doing
level.
stuff.
Weird.
That's interesting. So I'm wondering how it's going to work with the story. Or it's just like you get little mission markers like GTA style or something. 'Cause they had little
Most
thingies,
likely.
the thing to collect like tokens or whatever as you're parkouring.
I do
all
not.
open.
I don't want GTA style mission locators.
Because it seems like all they did was like build the city and then they just made missions out of that city.
Yeah.
So you won't. I don't know how I feel about that because like Mirror's Edge, the first one's like every level had a like set color. Like there's green, there's blue, there's a yellow level. You know. We'll see how they reveal that.
And it was cool, like in one of the part in the trailer. Like, I think she does like a backflip, and then she does like a wall run flip. It was like, whoa, she did like two flips right after each other. It kind of was like disorienting. I was like, what did you just do? But yeah, I cannot wait to like do more of the crazy face moves, first person craziness.
But it does seem like they didn't change the animation for the parkour stuff because it seemed very, very familiar, like the sliding and the wall running and stuff. But I'm hoping for some new tricks, like some like really cool stuff.
Can't wait to do it with the what's it called, the pacifist mode, where like you don't use a gun unless they like have a like mode where you disable gun use because she's like, I don't know, that wasn't. No, the lady presenting it was like, she doesn't even. I don't remember. There's some part where someone's like doesn't even gun, blah blah blah, whatever. Let's see. Then we had Madden. It was like whatever, it's Madden. So there's like stuff about different stuff on receiving and defending. You can throw differently or catch it differently.
It seemed kind of neat, but it was more. It felt even more incremental than the stuff they talked about with live.
And then the fantasy football thing was like neat because it's like, oh, you can just like simulate a whole season of fantasy football really fast, like an evening. Just pick your picks and then simulate the game and like tell them how you want to play. So that was interesting. If you're a fan of that stuff.
That's how people want to play now, by not playing.
And then we finally got gameplay of Star Wars Battlefront.
That was amazing.
Woot! I don't know, man. I think the models look great, but gameplay-wise, it looks... I don't know.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I would say if you really want to know if it's going to be fun, first thing you got to do is, like, turn off the sound. Because the music and sound of Star Wars, they're just too powerful. So for people who are really into Star Wars, all you need, like, you could have watched the trailer with your eyes closed and been convinced that it was going to be a super fun game. So if you want, like, to take that out of the equation, you got to watch it on mute and watch, like, okay, what is actually going on? Does this look really cool? Some parts did, like, because I can just imagine the flying parts where people were flying in TIE fighters and X-Wings, and it's all over the land, and just trying to fly planes in Battlefield is just really hard. So I'm wondering what those are going to be like.
Well, they might have not made them so hard for Battlefront, who knows?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they are space-worthy, so they're not aerodynamic. They don't really... Although they really should, like, a TIE fighter does not follow the laws of aerodynamics. It doesn't fly in the way that a plane does. So, but yeah, agreed. Graphics, the models look really, really good.
It was like, did it say it was pre-alpha or was it alpha? Because it's like,
Pre-alpha.
I think that's why it looks so wonky.
Pre-alpha.
I was like, watching it, like the hit detection was all weird, and I was like,
Hit detection was weird?
It seemed weird because, like, when I don't know, it just seemed very like something was off. Like the whole time I watched it.
Oh, they were shooting with lasers, so that's how
that was probably
yeah,
true.
and they're Star Wars lasers, which rarely hit anything.
Yeah.
Because it just like so weird to me, like when like when they first started, like the model popped up like in the middle. Like it seemed like they were like unarmed for a second, and then like the model popped up in the middle of the screen, and like kind of threw me off a bit. It looked like an AK-47, but like not, and it was shooting lasers. That's probably what it was. It was like these aren't bullets at all. Not behaving like I thought. Yeah, I think that's what it was. All the other stuff was cool, as it like switching perspectives throughout the whole battle.
It was a
they
cool
put up, like,
edit.
the shield to drop the. Or like to defend against the orbital strike.
Yeah.
He like looks up, it's just bouncing off the shield, and the shield goes down. And it's like, all right. And then Vader pops out. It's like, oh no.
Do you think it's like Titanfall, where it's all there's player versus player, but there's also AI running around, or is it just like player versus player?
Probably just player versus player, because they said it was like a separate mode for.
There was a ton of people in that map,
and they said there's like up to 40 people on.
Yeah,
40
on
players
20,
online.
right?
It's crazy.
That's already a lot of people. Especially like the stage beyond the flying areas didn't seem that big. Like on foot traversal, it didn't seem like it would take a long time.
That's the other thing. It seemed like since it was a situation where it was what's it called, trench warfare, it seemed like the landmass was like not as big, and it's just like these narrow corridors that they were like walking down the whole time.
Yep.
From objective to objective. I just find it funny that like the speeders are like the most useless, but they're so super effective against the walkers. It's like, alright, use a tow cable. Oh.
When I saw that sequence, like of him taking on the AT-AT, it's like, oh man, all my experience in the N64 version is gonna pay off.
That's what I was wondering too. Is like if you have to manually do it, if it's like
actually,
automatic.
It looked like you didn't have to. It seemed like, or unless whoever was playing was super good.
When they like first revealed it, they showed on indoor. They showed like the walkers get bombed by the Y-wing, so maybe like you can take it out alternately besides using the speeders.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see.
I watched it with the sound on, and I like Star Wars, so I don't know. It seemed good. Oh man.
The conference is a D for me. Jesus. I actually passed out right after, what was the stuff after Mass Effect?
It was, Need for Speed.
Yeah, I passed out.
Oh,
I was like, I dozed off. I was like, it was like, Need for Speed looks good, but I'm not, Then like I woke up and it was like the Yarn game. I was like, oh shit, what did I miss?
I actually didn't miss anything because Star Wars: Old Republic was just a CG trailer, but it was very nice, like all the other ones.
Mm.
I was so disappointed. Like Mass Effect, I wish they would like have shown, or at least like something in preparation for that game. Like, oh, there's a remaster. Yeah, like,
Yeah, I was hoping for a remaster announcement,
damn.
but it's not happening apparently.
So
Or
cool.
here's hoping for like some PlayStation backwards
Oh,
compatibility. At least let me play my fucking Mass Effect multiplayer on PS4.
So
But it's like
I was thinking
in the past of like just concept art.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll take a CG trailer.
So I was thinking actually the way that PlayStation can easily do it. I mean, like assuming that the task of porting over the PS3's architecture to the PS4 is insurmountable. One way they could do it is just allow you to access the PS3 games that you own for free through PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
That would just
Well,
be a slapdash way to do it.
Imagine now backwards compatibility thing is like a thing. They're gonna have to address it somehow.
Because they sell because the 360 architecture was pretty much PC-ish, so
Yeah.
probably easier.
Or not, because they actually took backwards compatibility out, and then on PS3s, I think, and then actually, what happened? Oh yeah, 360 was like, they didn't have like fully backwards compatible, and then PS3 like kind of did, but then after a while they're like, whatever.
Yeah, like it was different. Like with the 360, it was all software based.
Yeah.
So with software, you could play Xbox games on 360. But then with the PS3, it actually had a PS2's like hardware in it, and so that's how it could play PS2 games. But then eventually they're like, it was all the cost cutting time. It's like, oh, this goes, and so there was like a partial hardware solution for a little while, and then that went away, and then it was just like, nope, only PS3 games. The PS1 though, like they have a totally software solution for emulating.
So yeah, I have no idea where I'm going to slot in my time to somehow play some Knights of the Old Republic. I mean, our Old Republic.
The Old Republic.
Not Knights of the Old Republic. Since it has like Knights in the title, that also gets me like pumped of like it's going to be like upwards of like, cause they said like BioWare style storytelling, so I was like, ooh, it has Knights in the title, so it's like Knights of the Fallen Empire.
I guess, Destiny, like, unless there's some announcement and it's coming really, really soon, you will probably exhaust everything you can get out of the trials within the next few weeks.
I'm at a good stopping point with that game again, so it's cool. I've got, whatever. I mean, Prisoner of Elder stuff, it's like I can go back and get, the gear when it's like Disciplinary and the like, but I don't need it, so it's cool.
And then Batman, that's going to take what? A day? 2 days?
The one sitting session, because you will not sleep until it's done, and you've figured out who is the Arkham Knight.
So, you've probably got some time.
I'm just glad I can finally pencil in my Mass Effect next, and stop calling it that. Now it has a name. So yeah. Andromeda. What does it mean? I don't know. I have to look at the codex.
Wow, that's crazy. The conference felt really long.
Oh yeah.
But just going over what they revealed right now is like, they didn't actually show that much stuff.
I'm sure that Need for Speed game is back that I actually am excited for, because it's been a while since I've been like, oh man, Need for Speed, can't wait to play it.
It looks pretty good.
So alright, so I guess we're done here with the EA. Is Ubisoft next?
Yep. In about 8 minutes, it should start.
Oh, geez, 8 minutes. Well, good thing we wrapped up fast on that one.
Did you guys sign up for the beta?
Thanks, EA.
For Division?
For what beta? There's a beta. No, I didn't.
Isn't it on Xbox One?
Xbox One, PC, and PS4.
Wait, really? Didn't they announce it exclusively for Xbox One earlier today?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Did they?
Wait, no, I'm thinking of a different game. Am I? Let me look it up.
There was a ton of betas at the Microsoft. What was it? Halo. Not Halo.
Yeah, it says The Division beta exclusive to Xbox One.
Really?
On my notes.
Halo had their beta.
Alright, well that's it for this Get Reactions on EA. We'll be back with Ubisoft when they're done. So check us out. Podcast.com. And this has been some Get Reactions until next next press conference for Ubisoft. Until you see us again. And this podcast, same as about Z. We're now signing off.